Good Thursday morning, everybody. Chris Allen with your weather podcast for this March 31st. It's the last day of the month, and it's a rainy one already. Radar covered up with rain, no severe weather, just a lot of rain in this first wave of two waves of rain and thunderstorms that are going to cross the area today. This is one of those days when you're going to have to really pay attention to the forecast as we're under a risk for severe weather come later today. It is somewhat conditional, as I talked about in the podcast yesterday when we said it would really depend on the amount of instability that we get from this first wave of rain this morning, the break that we're expecting around midday, and then what happens. That will kind of determine what happens in the afternoon. So it is still somewhat conditional, although the Storm Prediction Center has put us more into a slight risk area and somewhat of a higher threat or an enhanced area back to the south and west of the Bowling Green area. That's where we could see a little bit better chance of maybe some large hail and damaging winds, even possibly a few tornadoes come later this afternoon. There is no tornado threat this morning, no severe weather threat this morning. You're just getting rain. You may occasionally hear a rumble of thunder, but that's going to be the extent of it. Looking at the numbers from yesterday, we officially hit 75 at the Bowling Green Airport just after 2 p.m. 65 is the average, so we were 10 degrees above the average for the day. 39 is where we started out yesterday morning. As you'll recall, it was a chilly start. 41 is our average low, so we were 2 degrees below the average for the day. 1 year ago, we had a high of 66 and a low of 41 back in 2015. Now, just before midnight, no rainfall officially at the Bowling Green Airport, but I'm going to take a look at some of the Kentucky Mesonet sites because since midnight, that's when everything zeroes out and they start to show a little bit of rain coming in. Far western Kentucky starting to see about 0.3 of an inch of rain. Closer to a half inch once you get over toward Paducah. And we're just now starting to pick up some rain here in Bowling Green as of 4:45 a.m. Central Time as I record the podcast. So the rain totals are going to add up. Some of you could get an inch or more of rain as we go through this day and into tonight. So here's how we're going to break down the forecast. The arrival of some of the severe weather or the second wave of weather is going to be a little later now than what we thought. That's actually kind of good. We shall see, though. The big determining factor here, will we see sunshine breaking through the overcast between the first round of rain this morning and the second round this afternoon and this evening? That is the key. So we're going to go with a 100% chance of rain, occasional rain, maybe a rumble of thunder this morning, then becoming mostly cloudy as we get that first wave of rain out of here late this morning. And we're going to see a breezy, warm high of 78 today, south winds at 20 to 30. And then we're going to call for a 70% chance of thunderstorms likely, some with heavy rain, maybe possibly severe. As we get into the late afternoon and evening, now it appears that second wave of activity will start rolling in from our west around 6 p.m. and then roll through the area until about midnight to the east of Bowling Green along the Cumberland Parkway. So that's a little bit later than what we were looking at just yesterday. Now, that could help us in two ways. One, it could cut down on the instability that it's going to be mainly after dark, although the storms will be ongoing. They'll be heated by whatever instability is out there and the cold front coming in. But if we do keep cloud cover with us for much of the day, I don't think we're going to see quite a severe weather threat that we're looking at. But if between that period this morning when you're getting the rain right now and then about late morning, lunch hour, early afternoon, you start to see a lot of sunshine coming through the clouds and it starts to feel real muggy and real humid and the temperatures get into the upper 70s, then it may be all bets are off and we would be looking at that second round coming in late this afternoon that could be severe. And the threats here, large hail, there is a large hail threat because of colder air coming in behind the front. And damaging wind, certainly. We can never discount that. Heavy rain, but there will be also a somewhat limited tornado threat. We cannot say that for sure because we just don't know how unstable the atmosphere is going to be. Now, some of the models are guessing or hinting at that as they always do, but it's never something you can pin down for sure. So we'll just have to wait and see how things initialize or play out as we go through the day to determine what's going to happen later. Just be on your guard. If you have a NOAA weather radio, turn it on. Make sure it's working. The batteries are good. If you have a phone, a smartphone especially, make sure it's all charged up, a tablet, and just make sure that all your devices are up and working and are charged up before the storms get here, because you could have power knocked out and you still want to track the storms and keep up with us. Of course, download the WBKO app on your phone or your tablet. That way, if we do go wall-to-wall with coverage streaming, we'll do the live stream at WBKO.com, which also goes to the WBKO app. And that way you can watch us live on your phone or your tablet if your power goes out and you can't watch TV. So you've got several ways to monitor the weather. Of course, our text alerts, we'll be sending those out once we get warnings going up and all that. But again, the threat of severe weather today conditional on the fact that we could or could not get enough instability to pop those storms. That's something we'll just have to wait on. As far as the rest of the forecast, cold front comes through early Friday, cools us down 68, mostly sunny for the first day of April tomorrow. Saturday looks good, sunshine, 62, even cooler Sunday with a high of 60, but a warm front comes through, and then that brings us another chance of a shower as a clipper system comes in on Monday, 30% chance of a shower and 72. And then we get another front. That cools us back down to 38 Monday night. Sunny and much cooler for next Tuesday, a high of only 56. And here we go again, another up and down kind of seesaw ride through temperatures. We go back to 68 by Wednesday with yet another chance of a shower. All right, that will do it for this edition of the podcast. God bless you, and thank you as always for listening. Know the weather before it knows you. Have a great day. I'll see you live at 5:30 on AM Kentucky, 11 a.m. on midday, streaming live to the WBKO app and WBKO.com. And then later today, also conditional based on the weather, my radio show at Classic Hit Sam 100.7. Of course, it's from 3 to 7, and if we get a lot of severe weather and I have to be here, I won't be there. You know how that works. But anyway, have a great day. I'll see you later.